Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have used this old t-shirt that my granddad gave to me to create a mini skirt. Mini skirts are really popular this year, so I decided to make my own. This DIY was so quick and only took me 30 minutes to make, making it a great project for beginners. So let's get into it. First, I laid the t-shirt out flat and made sure the bottom edges lined up. This was because I used the original hem of the t-shirt for the hem of the skirt. Next, taking a skirt I liked the fit of, I placed this onto my t-shirt so the bottom edge of the skirt lined up with the bottom edge of the t-shirt. I then drew around the sides of the skirt, adding half an inch on each side for seam allowance. For the top edge, I measured 2 inches up from the top of the skirt and marked this onto the t-shirt. This will later be folded over to make the waistband for the new skirt. Once I'd drawn around the skirt, I had something like this. I then cut this out. This is what I had so far. Next, I needed to attach these two pieces together. Taking the top piece away, I turned the bottom piece over so the right side of the fabric was facing up. I then placed the top piece back onto the bottom piece with the right side facing down. The right sides of the fabric should now be facing each other. Next, I pinned these two pieces together down both sides. Once everything was pinned in place, I sewed where I'd pinned, using a zigzag stitch and a 1/2 inch seam allowance. This is how it looked once it was sewn. I could now move on to making the waistband. From the top edge of the skirt, I measured 2.5 inches down and marked this along the skirt. After this, I folded the top edge over to meet these points, giving me a 1.25 inch waistband, as I'm showing you here. I did this to make sure the waistband would be the same width all the way around the skirt. I then pinned this into place. Once it was pinned in place, I sewed where I'd pinned, using a 3/4 inch seam allowance, making sure to leave a small gap in the waistband as I'd be feeding elastic through this later. I used a zigzag stitch for this as it would allow the fabric to stretch once it was sewn. This is how it looked. Next, I measured my waist to see how much elastic I needed for my waistband. My measurement was 29 inches. I cut a piece of elastic that was 29 inches long. I could now feed this elastic through the waistband. To do this, I attached a safety pin to one end of the elastic. This will make it easier for me to pass through the waistband. I then pinned the other end of the elastic to the skirt to hold it in place, so it wouldn't get pulled through and lost in the waist. I then fed the elastic all the way around the top of the skirt. Once I'd fed it all the way around, I removed the pin and safety pin and tied the two ends of the elastic together into a knot. You could always sew these together instead if you wanted to. After that, I tucked the elastic into the waistband and sewed the gap closed. The skirt was now complete and this is how it looked. This skirt is so comfortable, very easy to make and is perfect for summer. By using an old t-shirt to make it, there are endless unique patterned skirts that can be made. If you have a longer t-shirt, you could always make a longer skirt instead, depending on what style you wanted. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.